What up, good peoples? Welcome to the Dominant DNA Podcast, episode 17. It's a great fucking day. You see that back there. That's that shit. We definitely gonna talk about that. Salute to the God, E-Man.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. It's great to be here.
How was your weekend?
Blessed and busy. Saying that answer never changes. We gonna talk about that too. Like the last weekend, but we gonna get into Big Body Records. One of my favorite people on the face of this earth, and I really wanted to do the interview a long time ago, but I respect and understand the fact that we couldn't because my brother been working on building his empire. You know what I mean? Big Body Facts or the chairman or what's the that's what you want to talk about. It's great. It's great to see you. I'm let them know what's cooking.
Oh man, I ain't one to brag. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's that's that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's undeniably like fly clothing. Period. Can we toast to that?
For sure. Let's do this.
They yours if you want them.
I'm going to appreciate it though.
All right, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm feeling the Maryland is a gun. The Maryland shape is a gun. That's hot right there. Definitely feeling that, man.
Yeah, that was created long time ago in my younger state of mind. You know what I mean? But it still stands today. Unfortunately, it still represents what's going on here, and now it's a lot. That's in every city now, metropolitan area now, right? That mentality, right?
Yeah, but Big Body is bigger than that.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Big Body is huge for Baltimore City. Definitely respected by street niggas, but definitely very positive and uplifting for, you know what I'm saying? And in the music, telling niggas like, yo, we wasn't talking like this, but like I be saying if you got a smartphone, you shouldn't be a dumb nigga. Like, yo, be a man. Provide for your family. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Stop chasing attention like you're a fucking girl. You know.
True.
Yeah.
But that's the dichotomy of like where we are. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Somebody like myself, like, well, I know a lot of people that come from that era of being low key. That was the thing, you be low key and we shied away from cameras and all that. But it's like now, and in order to compete, it's like it almost, you know what I mean? You got to come out of your character, and you know what I mean?
Rapping wasn't cool. You know what I mean? You was in the crowd over like, oh no, they the rap niggas and these the street niggas. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all tangled up now. It's all tangled up. You know what I mean?
But you don't have to, and we don't. You know what I mean? You don't have to go for the Wambuki.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a longer, tougher road. You know what I mean? The same way with the clothing. Can we? I ain't trying to cut nothing we talking about, but I really want, like, that's the baby that I know you've been working on a lot recently. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And niggas need a website or something on where they could go grab.
Website, BigBodyInc.com. That's BIGBODYINC.com. GrindstoneVision.com. It's spelled the way it sounds. We've been there. It's been there. There's some good music on there. Some good apparel, some garments on there. We've been ahead of our time, so the music still stands. That's the thing about it. You know what I mean? it's like although I want to put out new material, I'm not in a rush to, you know what I mean? Because that what we got out still, it still stands. You know what I mean? Like I say, not to be no braggart and no shit like that, but just, it's been 20 years, no goofy music. You know what I mean? No, you know, shake your leg and all that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that's no, you know, no offense to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, just always been representative of, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
You know?
Can I make 2 confessions? Yo, number one, a lot of niggas might not know, yo. Yo, Fats is hilarious, yo. Like, he say some shit that's some real shit. It be funny as shit, though, yo. Oh shit. And the other confession was the other day I was just on my musical vibe shit. Like I'm gonna a personal thing that I'm gonna do in my life. I did it on my way here today. And it made me feel more upbeat and chill though. Like
Okay.
I'm old now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But feeling good about it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want no smoke. I've been listening to. I started listening to R&B shit,
Okay.
and that's in the playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's grown. That's grown folks music, and it's still got, you know, a modern, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it ain't shaky
No,
leg.
it's some good quote unquote R&B shit out that ain't, you feel what I'm saying? That's still on that level we can fuck with. Like you got like BJ Chicago Kid,
Her,
you know what I'm saying? Her, Sir,
Janae Aiko.
yeah, a dude, and his name Sir. They call him Sir or SIR, you know, Sir from TDE. There's a lot of dudes. Lucky Day, I think that's his name. It's a lot of music that's still out of eye. You feel what I'm saying? They singing, but they still, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So
Big Older King.
yeah, exactly. True,
You know what I mean?
true.
Lisa
Shout
Rose.
out to Big O.
You know what I mean? So Lee.
So
thank-
you know,
thank-
it's
thank
a lot of music that, like you said, as you get older, right? As you get better, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? As you get older and you get better, you know what I mean? It's like you want to kind of balance it out a little more. You know what I mean? Especially like now, you know what I mean? Like I say, never judgmental, because it is what it is. We had our era of the music consisting heavily of a lot of gunplay and, you know what I mean, narcotics, but you know what I mean?
But it was a lot of it that wasn't as well. Most of the great artists, it might not have been much of their music, but I feel like at least on their album they did give you at least one joint that was probably a single or something like that.
See, with me is like you can do like you can do that, like, because if that's your environment or that's what's influencing your thinking or whatever, okay, boom. But I think Pimp C said it, and I know I ain't the first to say it either. It's just that you gotta have like contrast in that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta tell the whole thing. You got your joint spread. Yeah, you killed everybody and you got away with it. You sold 100 bricks a day and you killed everybody and got away with it. Right. But then there's days when shit don't work out, and you know what I mean. There's another side to it, when you get caught and all that. And it's like, so you gotta have all that shit in there. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have all that in there. And I think a lot of it is one-sided right now. The majority of it is one-sided, and it's, you know what I mean, is heavily like making it look like you could just, you know,
Just
have
be
you know, long clip out hanging out your pocket, and just and that's not, and I know kids who be kind of like that, but on a grander scale of it, it's not. We know that's a dead end. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's all I'm saying. Is like put the consequence in there too, so that any person listening will know the whole scope of it, because music is very influential. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you see what I'm saying? So we gotta like put the whole thing in there. You know what I mean? So somebody listening who's, you got, you know, kids 11, 12, want to mimic that shit, they still have ill. You know what I mean? You know, that's why a
Something
lot of
to
them be
tell 'em not
telling
to.
because they ain't no. You know what I'm saying? It's no contrast. It's they thinking it's gonna be glory in this shit. You know what I mean? It's all glory. You know what I mean? Get you some work and get you a gun and you know what I mean?
Just shoot a nigga for
Yeah,
for
they think it's
nothing.
gonna be all glory, and then when the
Yeah.
walls come in, you know what I mean. So that's all, you know what I mean. That's all. Just
That's where it's at, fam. That's definitely where it's at.
yeah.
So let me ask you this question. Let's get deep down into what's going on with Big Body Records and everything.
Yes, sir.
Now we know, I know, and you know, you like the Dame Dash in Baltimore, all right?
Yeah.
You know, except
Damn.
you rap.
Can we
except
toast
you
to
rap.
that?
You like the
Damn,
Dame
yo,
Dash in
that's what's
Baltimore.
up,
You know
yo.
what I'm saying?
Damn, yo.
Your hustle is real. You know what I'm saying? You got your, you got your fingertips and everything is going on as far as multimedia, as far as hip hop's concerned, clothing line and everything else. What is your focus right now? Where are you going right now with your with Big Body and everything else?
I would like to see it on a grander scale, like globally, like you know what I'm saying, and not looking for domination, but just trying to connect with more like-minded people. So the music, the garments, it's all like a conduit to get to that point to be able to connect to more like-minded people. Because I know it's a bigger it's a bigger population than what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying, locally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And shit, like I was saying, just like the music or whatever, but shit can be like, seem like it's all one way until you start to move around, meet other people, like you go to other cities and shit, and people actually speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we used to. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so everywhere ain't the same as where we are, so it's like I want to use the music, garments, whatever, podcasts, and multimedia, like you said, just to try to connect with more people around the world that got the same mindset, want more, try and build. You feel what I'm saying? Those type of things. Like I need more of that. You know what I mean? And I want to expose more of that to people locally too. You see what I'm saying? That feel like I feel. You know what I mean?
So I'm sorry to cut you off, man.
You
Let's
good.
go. Let's go to the multimedia side of it. I know you doing videos and everything now. Is there a movie in the works for you guys?
My man Greedy, shout out to Greedy. He been pushing me. We did a little movie a while back, and he been pushing me to do another one. And like I was saying earlier, it's this whole camera thing and all that. That ain't never been my thing. I come from an era of low key, and we shied away from cameras. So, and we gotta see what it's gonna be, how it's gonna be, how we gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's all. You gotta have it's gotta be some type of difference. A lot of those movies have a lot of the same plots and things like that. So I'm definitely open for ideas. And anybody want to work, I'm down to work. You know what I mean?
Because you guys shot a lot of y'all own videos and directed a lot of your own videos and stuff, right?
True. That's true.
So I mean, you talking from a music video to a short film to a full length. So you just talking the time frames, but definitely. I mean, I've checked out a couple of y'all videos and shit is hot. So on the multimedia side, you guys are definitely working your way up there to represent Baltimore. Now let's talk about the clothing line and the clothing side of it now.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you dealing with local manufacturers, or you going overseas to get your stuff done and bringing it over, or how you guys operating, and where can we get all the clothing line at?
The clothing line is the apparel is available on grindstonevision.com/shop. There's some of the Rich Brand product there. There's some Loner World there. I haven't yet put like the actual Big Body garments in production. I did at first a while back, but like he said back then, it wasn't doing that kind of thing wasn't popular. You know what I mean? Walk around with your own clothing on and all that. Now everybody wearing their own clothes and listen to their own music. So we're gonna bring that back. But we got the Loner World, we got Rich Brand. It's on grindstonevision.com/shop. You can also Google Shop RBO. That's for the Rich Brand website. And even BigBodyInc.com. There's a link to take you to the Loner World page on the shop for it. It's pretty decent garment, pretty quality. We working, we growing, we building. That's my main thing is just building. I'm always building. You know what I mean? I think I'm just a natural born engineer. Like I like to just build things. You know what I'm saying? I'm constructive. You know what I mean? So I'm always be doing something creative. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's why you know it's the Dame Dash of Baltimore, man.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. That's
his hustle is real.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
Can't
man.
deny it. I mean, and I don't care how you feel about Dame Dash, you cannot deny that man hustle, man. That man went from
at all
brilliance, man, brilliant.
Yeah, I respect him. I respect him. You know what I mean?
And he's gonna tell you what's on his mind.
But you see how he's disliked for being that way, and that's fucked up. That's where we are. Like, you got to go along to get along, and those of us that don't subscribe to that, we get outcast and quote unquote everybody blackballed and all that type of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. More of us got to connect and become more of a majority than a minority. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority is on the other side, and they squeezing us out. You know what I mean? Look at what they did to him. They try to make him look like he's a washed up bum, and the whole time he doing him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what I decided to do. I said after my responsibilities, I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spend my money and my time where I want to.
Hey, he
you know what I'm saying?
Dame Dash always did him. He always did him, no matter what the situation was. If he wanted to do it, he did it.
He gave a lot. Like he said, he gave the game away. And I see why. You feel me? Because you want everybody. We all fucked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some people might have had that Cosby Life, that, you know, the TV shows. You know what I mean? What's that? The Hustables.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some of us might have had that, but more of us had it fucked up. And you feel what I'm saying? They did a good job on us or whatever. But you know what I mean? So when you look around like that, if you like me, or you know what I'm saying, if you give a fuck, it's like you want it. If we all ain't eating, then it ain't good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why it's different terminology. If we were white, we would be called great businessmen. But we black, so we call hustlers.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the moves that we made in hip hop, if we were white, they would be great businessman moves.
We'll be renowned for the shit we done. Right. Yeah.
But because it's black, it's coming out of the black community, we call hustlers. Yeah. We hustle the shit out.
Yeah.
Indeed. Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
It's exactly what you talked about. When hip hop was a baby, there was enough black wealth to where as though black people could have owned hip hop if they didn't have that emotional side of it and understood, like, okay, we might not agree with this shit all the way, but guess what? Would you rather a nigga be rapping about committing a crime or actually go running in your fucking house, you know what I'm saying, duct tape me your kids and shit? Mm-hmm. Like, you rather a nigga rap about it.
Yeah, but you know where we went wrong with that is that we went wrong because we didn't recognize hip hop as, how can I say it, as a culture. We recognize hip hop as music. When in actuality, hip hop isn't music. It's part of music, but hip hop is a culture now. Everything is hip hop now. You know what I'm saying? Even commercials.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
We didn't recognize that, and that's where we
thought it was just another genre of music.
We thought it was going to be just R&B.
Yeah,
we thought
another
it was
genre.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. And they did that too. They helped too.
Right.
They helped too put that out there and classify. You see what I'm saying? So to kind of pigeonhole you. You see what I'm saying?
To make it appear less valuable.
And I noticed that. And you know something? And I ain't gonna go. You know, I can go off. I ain't go too far.
Go ahead. This is Dominic DNA podcast. We go off.
They do everything like that. You gotta understand, and that's what Kanye say. Who culture is it really if we don't make none of this shit we wear and drive? We wear and drive all foreign shit. So that means your culture is being given to you, right? Yeah, so that's been dictated. Then I'm looking at it now like I look back at like Huey Newton, Fred Hampton, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm and so forth, right? Medgar Evers, all of them. And every one of those eras and every one of those revolts, those were college kids, right? So what I see now is like, so when you're in your 20s, you find your cause. Right? Because you got all that fire in you and shit, right? You find your cause. So I see what they saw was, okay, we're going to start giving these niggas their cause. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've been giving Black Lives Matter. You've been given that. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, if you want to charge up and you want to be against police brutality and all that, join this. All the while, we know who that's funded by. We ain't gotta go down that, right? We know who funding that, right?
Hey, I'll tell you in a minute. What is Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter only come up when they needed to come up. It's not a movement.
No, it's a engineered cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's engineered the cause. So you got that if you want that. You got your gay rights. You got this. You got that. Everything. You see what I'm saying? So now with the young people who would normally be your modern day Panthers, they cause is being given to them through the music. You feel what I'm saying? They being told, yeah, yo, get your 30-round clip and then blah 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 blah. Me and my bros and it, and it's no disrespect. If it's helping feed their family and their village, great.
Right.
But like I say, we got a responsibility too to put the whole shit in there. You feel what I'm saying? So since it's not in there, the young niggas are getting their cause from that music. And they being told this is what you need to be doing. And I ain't gotta go down the line, but it's all of the negative shit in that. So that's their cause. So everything being given to us. If you know what I'm saying? Everything being just like hip hop. They told us what it was. You know what I mean? Once they say, okay, this is marketable,
right? We
can print up records of this shit. This is what it is. You know what I mean?
Indeed. And they perpetuated and it was rapping about reality, for niggas living in poverty. But they put more of a push on gangster rap than they did everything that was not gangster rap. You see what I'm saying? And look at the effect that shit had on black communities, yo.
I can't say that at first, yo, because let's remember now, MC Hammer was the first one to break $1 million in rap, yo.
What was he talking about though?
He was partying. He talking about partying.
Okay.
But the federal drug laws hadn't passed yet.
What, when MC Hammer was running?
Yeah.
You had kingpin charges.
No, minimum mandatory shit.
Bill Clinton bought that new.
The minimum mandatory shit.
Yeah, the 3 strike shit and all of that. Like Bill Clinton, he made healthcare cheaper, I think, but he did that shit. And then niggas that was working niggas was like, well, fuck it, niggas shouldn't go to jail. But at the same time, you not realizing society is designed for you to go to jail for every fucking thing.
And forever.
And still is.
Forever.
But guess what? Like E-Man said, and if that shit come back to you, yo, put it out there. Like, yo, the time is it's limited. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Time is limited.
You gotta make the most of that shit.
Death is gonna come knocking at some point in time.
Right.
And the problem with death is you don't know when it's coming. That's what makes life so precious.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't understand that sometimes. We take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we gotta, start to believe in, like, yo, that's the one thing you can't run from. You cannot run from death. So, but you got some brothers out here to take that shit for granted. Want to go out there and shoot them guns all the time and everything like life ain't shit.
Does youth have a part of that? I kind of feel like when you young and you don't have no like real responsibility, you kind of like it feel like, especially like through adolescence, cause your body go through shit where you physically become.
It's what you being fed though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even Caucasian children rebel in their teens. They rebel and they do a little shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Hispanic children do it, so forth and so on down the line. But ours is, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. They being given their cause. Just like us, we rebelled, but we had limits. Just like, you know what I'm saying? We came out of an era of we respected our elders, the whole nine, so forth and so on. You feel what I'm saying? And through what? Through agenda, the agenda that they would enforce excessive child laws where you couldn't discipline your child. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make it where you can't discipline your child, but at the same on the back end, I'm gonna be feeding your child this negative shit to turn them up and make them rebellious towards you. You see what I'm saying? So what ultimately what's gonna happen? You gotta call me, and I'll take them. Let me get them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they building juvenile jails instead of schools. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause they ain't the plan. You know what I mean?
And then we'll talk about you ain't a responsible parent when your kid don't go to school. But yeah, how am I supposed to make them go to school? Just like you said, if you take the power away from me.
And you deliberately, and your curriculum is deliberately boring them.
Yeah.
You got a curriculum that keeps them bored, right?
Yeah.
It's not exciting. It's not challenging. They're bored. I talk to little kids, and if I'm talking to them like a brethren or something, and like, yo, how your son doing? Like, oh man, he in school acting up, and then I'll talk to him like, yo, what's going on with you? And he be like, oh, I'm bored. He or she they be bored. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the curriculum is strategically designed to bore them so that they seem like they can't sit still. They got ADD. We got to put them on this Ritalin, put them on that drug. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. I'm glad you brought that up, Vance, because now we can get deep into it. With that type of curriculum, now, how do you feel about educators only being teachers?
Expand on that a little bit.
Because when you talking about that, I'm thinking like, well, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna teach my kids the good, I need to teach them the bad too. And when I was growing up, you know how they showed me the bad? They sent me to Scared Street.
Okay.
That motherfuckers put me into a prison with all these motherfuckers and showed me what was going to happen and shit. And you know what that shit did?
What?
Made my ass not want to go to prison.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I'm thinking when you said something about, the curriculum, the way our kids are being taught, and I'm talking about our kids, okay? Mm-hmm. The way our kids being taught. They're not even being taught the good and the bad. They've been taught whatever the white people wants to teach them to control them.
Which is that whites are good.
Right.
And blacks are bad. And all of your good blacks get shot in the head.
Right. Like Christopher Columbus.
You know.
Everybody, Christopher Columbus, as we celebrate Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was a clown. You know what I'm saying? Was a clown. I'll put it out there. Was a clown. He didn't even know where he was going.
He
landed here and thought it was India.
Right.
Have either one of y'all studied the 120 lessons?
You be speaking
or started? Yeah. Like if as far as like getting down to the real, like all the, you don't need a fur coat on and you know what I mean? Like the real, like.
But see, that's what we teaching. That's what they teaching our children today.
I mean, but we have to teach ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine that right now, though. Imagine sitting in a class where you got a cell phone where they being exposed to shit 1,000,000 miles per minute, right? Mm-hmm. But they're gonna park all that and go sit in there and, like you say, and learn about George Washington and that goofy shit. Like that shit supposed to have been changed by now. It's supposed to be something that's really exciting them and really challenging their minds because they got exposure to so much shit outside of the classroom.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you want them to tame. So it basically just be daycare. You feel what I'm saying? Somewhere where they go for 6 hours while you take your black ass to work. You see what I'm saying? We'll hold them. We'll pump them full of this bullshit. And you go bust up them them hours. You feel what I'm saying? And get that done because that's what it's all about. And we're going to pump them up and then get them ready to do the same thing or fill the jail up. Either way, it's your choice. It's job or jail. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the set. You know what I mean? The cheat code is now entrepreneurship is what everybody's exploring with.
And I concur, but when the law, all right, fuck it. Is it in agreement that those of us, scripture say it's only 5%. So when it be lonely out here and it's not a lot of like-minded people, 95% of the people are not going to be like us. I've accepted that.
I've experienced that.
I know. I know. We all have. Shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the great thing is we still love people. You know what I mean? And we try to be positive examples for them.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5% gonna make it. It's prophecy. Like you're not supposed to be able to click with 95% of niggas.
So what is that 5% making though?
The righteous. Pretty much, I'm gonna send both of y'all the 120 lessons, and I don't know them. I'm just studying. But what I'm saying is, when you study that, like the way that you will feel about yourself as a black man compared to this bullshit that and they spread it all over the world. You see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that run shit. It gets straight to the point about who you really are. And that's what they don't want you to know.
I don't think they give a shit by now. What has been put together is working so good. It don't matter. The little couple of us that get together and talk this type shit and know what's happening, they don't give a shit. That's why I was saying about Farrakhan. It's like Farrakhan got to deal with the CIA or some shit, right? It's like it don't matter. They know that. Listen to what I'm saying. On Trill Talk, he gonna stand at that podium. He gonna talk that shit. Everybody in that crowd gonna agree. They like-minded. They know what he's saying is truth. But that's it. You feel what I'm saying? There won't be no raising up, no revolting behind that shit. So he can speak it all he want, because how many people is it changing? That's gonna make a difference. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I do, but you know they tried to kill him too, right?
Of course, that's the hatred side. But then it's like, long as he not disturbing the economy, long as he don't fuck with the money, he can talk, he can preach all he want. You see what I'm saying? Because they like you said, they on that backside, bruh. They on that backside with all the they control us all through economics, right? So I can make it where none of you motherfuckers can't come to none of no meetings. If I turn the fire up, I turn the price of gas up, price of food, turn the price of energy up. You see what I'm saying? Now you can't be at them meetings because you gotta be working. You gotta be quote unquote hustling double time to pay me. So you see what I'm saying? So it's all. Am I making any sense though? Like,
absolutely,
trill shit. Like,
absolutely.
They know how to keep you on the track.
If it matters, if it don't matter, I'm gonna let you feel like you got something. I'm gonna let y'all feel like y'all super woke and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it ain't really. It's not gonna change nothing. Like I said, we the minority. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, it's probably somebody looking at these niggas fucking they talking about that shit. You know what I mean?
He would be a dumb nigga to say that.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
And if you got a smartphone, you shouldn't be a dumb nigga.
Nah, you shouldn't. But how you gonna know? How you gonna know what you need?
If you really want to learn, I'm just saying. And most niggas don't want to learn. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you saying.
Yeah,
but like, even with the lack of respect of generations after us, not all of anybody is bad. They're not all bad. It's just the society, yo, like this Wayne Buki shit that but this is in the scripture. And I feel like the ones that know, like, this is the seventh day. So those who believe know that, like, it don't matter. They could do whatever. They're not God. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like those who believe, like, we gotta ride on that, yo. We could teach whoever we could teach. If they don't want to learn, we could pray for them, but we did our job.
I feel that. As light bearers, I feel that our job is to turn on the light, and if they don't want it, they can put it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of them that are captive. There's a lot of them are captive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are prisoners of their environment because of where they are, and there's nobody that's willing to come in and extract them. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know how like they used to do them old war movies, them old go back and get the POWs and type shit.
Right.
That's what's not happening on a grand scale. Is we gotta be able to go in there and extract the ones out that want out and separate them from that shit and give them some time to be themselves and not just be subscribing to what it is because of where they is. You see what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's what's about. Like, we gotta create opportunity and have a budget and have that finance.
Indeed.
To go in and say, yo, if you want to come out, you can come out. We send you to school. You know what I mean?
Right.
We gotta go in and extract them. You know what I mean? Because we leaving them all in there. You know what I mean? And they just gonna go along to get along, which is a dead end. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shit, look at it this way. This generation is definitely organized. I feel as though the leadership part for this generation is gone. We let them down. Because look, let's go prime example of Baltimore. Man, these dirt bike kids, man, they can stop traffic any fucking way they want. And cause a traffic jam like crazy. Because just so many of them. on a Sunday afternoon, yo, you can easily get 100, 150 dirt bikes anywhere in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Just riding around. Can you imagine if they had one voice, one person organize these kids, yo, say like, look, if y'all don't give us a park, you gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying? Do the same shit that, like, let me be honest, do the same shit white people do. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get what I want to get, then I'm gonna make problems for them. That's what they always say. We're gonna have problems.
Yeah, and their rising, as you can see at the state capitol,
right,
is heard and respected and revered and let you fucking, you understand what I'm saying?
Let you go into the post office and try to take over the post office.
You go in that bitch talk too loud while you in that line, you gonna get dealt with.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
motherfuckers raid the Capitol and get praised by some people.
If one life's value is placed at a whole human value, and I feel like what a lot of niggas might not know is that it's on paper. It's American law that if you are a descendant, a slave, right? A descendant of a slave, right? Your value is equal to cattle. Nigga, you are 3/5 of a human being.
I'm not. I don't receive that.
I'm saying as far as the law. No, I'm saying as far as their written law.
You quoting what it's saying, but
right? The 120 lessons. The 120 is who you really are.
Shit, man.
I'm talking about their written law is. Hold up. In 2021, has that been changed?
No.
My understanding is changed.
I mean, that shit. It ain't been changed since Jay-Z said it.
Well, we don't have no rights in none of that shit. Blacks don't have no rights in this country, and I hate to see people like, oh, we got rights. They can't do this because of that, and then they go right and trample right over your ass and show you that you don't have none.
Right.
And that's my thing is like, why do you want to be here then, right? Why you want to be here?
Why do you?
Why? That's just my look at it. Like my old lady asked me, they like, where we trying, you know, grab some, you know, some spots at, and it's like, nah, here, like, this ain't my first option. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a company. If you don't know, you familiar with what I'm saying? Like, this is a company. Like, there's like, I think I said it before. Like, there's cities and states that are incorporated. Like, this is a company.
That's the phrase that what they call them solvent Americans use.
Yeah,
America is a corporation.
It is. Yeah. No, if you can, that's what I'm saying. If you can pull up a city and it tells you what year that city was incorporated, then that's not a dwelling place. That's a company. You see what I'm saying? That's a business. You see what I'm saying? So I see, like, and you gotta look at how the foreigners do. Foreigners come here, what they do? They set up shop, get that shit running smooth, get that shit running autonomous, and then they go back and they funnel all the bread back to their country.
Yeah.
This is not a place for living. This is a place for hustling. This is a business. This is, you know what I mean? What Dick Gregory say? This is for entrepreneurs. If you're not gonna be an entrepreneur, you should leave.
It's a capitalist society.
You come, you plant your feet, you set up shop on this soil, you get them they cut. You feel what I'm saying? And wherever you want to live and put your family, outside of here. Because to live here is to be a slave to the system. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
Regardless of your money, you're still a nigga. Is that correct?
Yeah, because it all can be taken from you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, anything that can be taken is not
right.
Really
so why would I want to build on that? Like, you feel me? Like, why would I want to build on something that's superficial or that's artificial? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see a lot of people, they live in the life and it's like, but you don't really. It's like you don't really got nothing unless you get some of this land. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then
when you get the land, you still don't own it. 100.
You're not on this soil.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you might as well trap. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is the block. And you got to get them a cut. And I don't have no problem with that. You feel what I'm saying? But when you talking about buying a place to live, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You feel what I'm saying? You get your family set up and they come push you out like they doing the families now, right?
Yeah.
They had redlining. They didn't want us in the county and out in the suburb. They had redlining and kept us out. Now they putting us out. The metropolitan areas.
Because this is going to be the black area.
Yeah.
And then they gonna drain the resources and all that shit.
They going back to the water, and how you start is how you gonna finish.
Back toward the mountains.
So they going back. No, we're pushing us out. They pushing us in between.
But they going back to the mountains.
Shit, they going downtown.
I mean, if you notice,
If
you notice the way it's operating now, you got Hopkins trying to swipe up all of East Baltimore.
Yeah.
You got Under Armour trying to swipe up all of South Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And then you got University of Maryland hitting West, trying to swipe up all that West stuff over there, yo.
Ain't that what they did when they first touched this soil? Yeah. Grabbed up what they wanted. This me. Yeah. And now I'm going to dictate who's going to live here, and it won't be blacks that are not employed.
Because I don't know when last time y'all
went down Broadway. Or business owners. You know what I'm saying, huh?
I don't know when the last time y'all went down Broadway, but you can't even tell Broadway and Chase.
Beautiful.
Man, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Hopkins done bought everything up down there.
It's beautiful, man. You want to go have a picnic, bring your blanket out. You know what I mean? Right there.
Walk your dog and
Am I bullshitting you?
Yeah, dead serious.
Am I bullshitting you?
How you say, yo, them niggas will put they flip-flops on this shit.
I'm telling you, they done changed that East Baltimore down from when I used to hang down there, yo. East Baltimore is totally different now, man. Totally different.
Yeah, man.
But where they wanted to be.
That's crazy, right? Because now it's getting cleaned up, but not for us.
Right, exactly.
That's the fucked up part, right?
When the people that was living in the neighborhood begging for them to clean it up, they wouldn't do it.
Now let's do this though, real quick. Let's take some of the responsibility off of them, and let's have some accountability for ourselves, right? And how we conduct ourselves and how we destroy shit in short. You know what I'm saying? So we have some accountability too, because you feel what I'm saying? Like you said, you got those that live in the hood that want better and are trying to keep the block clean and so forth. But then you got a large amount that don't give a fuck, and you feel what I'm saying? And it's like those are the ones that live up to the stereotypes and perpetuate the bullshit. We could have been tightened up. Like I grew up in the alley street, but it was clean.
Right.
Because they had I forgot what they used to call it back then, clean blocks or something where they would bring the kids through, and they would have the brushes and shit, and they would sweep up the block. But we kept it clean as a community ourselves. But you know what I'm saying, they had programs in the summer where the school kids would come through with trash cans and shit like that. So it's like, but you know what I'm saying, we got to take some responsibility, because I see them putting them same people out in the county, and they fucking the county up.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to, you see what I'm saying? So now you got to look at it like, damn, white people didn't destroy the inner city for us. We did it. You feel what I'm saying? We did it out of disparity and ignorance. We didn't know no better, but I'm looking at it like now in 2021, everybody know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what's up. You know what's up if you walk past a piece of fucking trash on the floor. You know that you should pick it up and throw it in the trash. That's just...
Can we toast to that? God damn.
That's just for starters.
Can we toast to that?
Let's keep it a buck. That's just for starters.
Can we toast to
If you're a person that'll walk over that shit, then you are a contributor to the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you're doing what you're supposed to do, then it kind of shines a light more on the ones that ain't. You feel what I'm saying? And then we change the numbers, then you change the influence.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same way, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to change the numbers of the ones that's doing the right thing, because then those that ain't will be like, all right, let me get with the program. But you see what I'm saying? But what's happening is growing in reverse. The negative shit is like growing, you know what I'm saying? And now everybody getting this negative attitude about shit, because it seems like nobody gives a fuck, so I ain't gonna give a fuck either.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? But that's I don't mean to rant, but
no, go ahead.
It's just how I can see the formula and how this shit is constructed, and it's like it's easy to reverse it. It's not easy, I say easy, but we can reverse it. But it just start with like accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like for you and yours, how you raise your children, how you carry yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? We trying to take a turd and shine it up. So we trying to take ignorance and make it look glorious to be ignorant and wild and shit like that. And it's like we hurting ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Because we living up to the stereotypes, and it's forever looking like, oh, they don't deserve anything. You know what I'm saying? So the few of us that do carry it right, it don't really make a big splash in the water, because, you know what I'm saying? Just like your store owners and shit like that. if they used to dealing with motherfuckers that be cussing them out and acting crazy all day, and you come through, they ain't got time to decipher, oh, you a good nigga or you a bad nigga. We'll count you all out. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck all of you when you come in the store. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we had to be accountable for our actions and our actions of our people, so to speak. You can't make nobody do nothing, but like I say, the more of us that do it correct right, it'll become more of the culture. Back to that. You feel what I'm saying?
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying? Of just like winning and doing good. The more of us that do good and win, it becomes a culture. It don't be so few and few that it's envious and hatred because it's so few getting it. You see one person getting it, we're gonna take that, or whoop-de-whoop, you feel me? If it's more of us winning, then it becomes a culture. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's like we gotta start reversing this shit because they ain't playing with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We responsible for ourselves at this point.
You're definitely right about that, Fats.
You know what I mean?
We need to get you on one of them panel shows, man.
Oh, okay.
Where you can definitely talk about what you was talking about and discussing right now, man.
And here's the last thing I'm gonna say though: that STEMI, the PPPs, and the unemployments and all. No, dig it. That was the come up. That was your reparations right there. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Wow. That was your reparations. Real spill. Like everybody,
I'm just saying.
I think as a whole, I think everybody's seen at least about 10. Everybody seems way between 5-10 bands through the whole little pandemic on some free shit. No.
Yeah. Probably.
Yo,
I mean, you know what I'm saying, on a grand scale, right?
But now that you mentioned it, I want to know what the fuck people did with it.
That's my point. So now with this new era coming, with this inflation and this downward economy, now they're gonna say it's your fault you fucked up. We gave you some bread. You see what I'm saying? Now it's gonna look like
you ain't pay your bills with that shit. You ain't say that, motherfucker.
You didn't use it. Money is a tool. Money is a tool. You didn't use it. They use it. Why you gonna keep cash if it ain't worth nothing? You might as well buy an asset with it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers mad as shit when they start doing the eviction shit again. That shit coming up soon.
Doing what?
But evictions. Yeah.
They start doing them evictions again.
But see, that affects us all.
Yeah.
It affects us all in one way or another.
See, and I'm gonna guarantee somebody like, yo, I ain't got no money. Motherfuckers gonna, like you said, gonna bring this. Didn't you get some stimulus shit?
Yeah.
How you ain't got no money? You got some stimulus shit.
So they bought crab legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They made a rap video and shit.
I mean, but now I can't knock that because they was trying to. If a nigga put his money like in music or something, I can't knock because at least he tried to invest in something that could be productive, right? It could be a stream of income. But if you just blew it on shit that, like I say, is not an asset,
material things.
Yeah, you can't resell it for a high value. Then you see what I'm saying? Like I say, and then like you say, when they start evicting, it may not be you or me, but it still affects you because it's our people, and like it or not, you're going to see the effects of it.
Oh yeah.
When your neighbor now got 4 relatives living over there, you know what I'm saying? and you understand what I'm saying? Because they had to take them in, you know what I mean? It affects you. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I say we gotta be accountable and cut the bullshit, man. We gotta stop bullshitting with each other, man. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. So do niggas and black people need to separate from each other? In addition to separation from the white racist American shit.
Where can you separate on this soil? Real spill. Where can you separate on this soil? We're being herded and grouped.
We all when did we not?
We being herded. Right. So you're gonna always be with those that may not, you know what I'm saying, be on the same page as you. That's what I'm saying. Even when you dwell on, unless you buying land, and then you can dictate who lives around you, right? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So I always say the athletes and entertainers got the money. They supposed to be reinvesting in us. You know what I'm saying? We don't need reparations. You got athletes and entertainers making hundreds of millions of dollars after you buy the mansion and the cars and the jewelry. What you doing with the rest of that bread? You see what I'm saying? You supposed to be taking care of wherever you come from. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be redeveloping, buying land, buying shit, making affordable housing. You know what I'm saying? LeBron can't do it all by himself.
Master P did a lot. Can we?
Yeah,
can
but
we
that's what I'm
go
saying.
to that?
Look, you talking about 1, 2, 3, what Puffy, Coopy, but compared to all the niggas in the NFL, all the niggas in baseball, all the niggas in basketball, all the niggas in entertainment.
And let's not forget about all the black people that's actually businessmen.
That's what I'm saying. Them as well. So it's tons of paper that's supposed to be being reinvested in us. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, once again, you change that cycle, and you put more people in winning positions. The culture changes. We don't feel so desperate. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga don't feel like he got to rob the nigga next door because he put a TV box out, empty TV box out front, flat screen. Now he want to kick his door in because he see a nigga just got to, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We got to change the mindset by spreading that bread around a little more.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bread, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread. You know what I mean? I can't tell you. I mean, you know, niggas work hard in college and, you know what I'm saying, and to get to where they is. But, like I say, after you get the mansions and the jewelry and the cars and you fuck all the bitches and all that, what you doing with the rest of that ham? You feel what I'm saying?
But see, and I'm going to tell you this from my experience in the rap industry and everything. People get that feeling like Hammer got. When Hammer got paid, he took care of everybody.
Yup.
Everybody in his neighborhood.
He gonna always be blessed.
And when I say everybody, he had motherfuckers on his payroll. All they did was buy his tennis shoes for him, yo, type shit, yo.
Yeah.
And then he went broke.
No, but he didn't.
Huh?
He didn't. He didn't. Is he broke now?
I mean, it depends.
He ain't got no McDonald's uniform on. I don't see him on 7-Eleven. Think about it. And he got in on some tech shit early.
Yeah, but we
you feel what I'm saying?
Can we toast to that? Let's toast to that.
He ain't the Hammer that he was.
Oh, cut it out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cut it out.
He ain't the Hammer.
No, the Hammer that
you ain't never gonna be what you was 40 years later.
The Hammer that he was the nigga in Oakland with the Jets.
What the hell are you talking about? You ain't never gonna be the man that you was. Dude,
Yo,
your whole point is the upgrade.
Yo, listen.
And that's
Your
what
whole
he's done.
point is the upgrade.
That's what he's done.
Here's what I'm saying.
Upgraded? He went down. Hammer
Here's what
went
I'm
down.
saying.
He ain't back in the projects in Oakland.
But that don't mean he upgraded you.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck
I
what
bet you he don't-
empire. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
It's all good. I'm just saying, I bet you he ain't got no neighbors.
I don't know what Hammer got now. What I'm saying is,
Let's look up Bert. What's his name?
is the fact that that's like saying,
Man,
okay,
don't get that man no credit.
Jay-Z from the top, and then now all of a sudden he gonna move back to Brooklyn or whatever and live in Brooklyn.
He do live in Brooklyn. It's gentrified.
I'm saying,
But Hammer got respect though. Hold up, but Hammer got respect though.
No, let's talk about paper though.
I mean, either one. I mean,
Economically, that man is good. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he's not good.
He got enough influence to be a problem for a lot of niggas if he ain't good. Facts.
Dude, there's definitely facts. I mean, but we talk about the point where, you know, he filed bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying?
White people file bankruptcy all the time. You know what I mean?
Right now,
as
of May 10th, peep game. Right now, as of May 10th, he has a net worth of $2 million.
Shit.
$2 million with Hammer used to be worth $100 million.
But give me this
Facts said he's not working.
No.
He don't work at McDonald's.
He's not hopping in his car, getting caught in traffic, trying to get to work in the morning.
He might have some stocks.
Yo, what I'm saying is this.
He might have some stocks.
It's all relative.
Yeah, he might have some stocks. He might have some stocks. He might have a lot. I'm not saying that Hammer broke. What I'm saying is Hammer wasn't a Hammer before. The whole point of it is the upgrade, to keep moving forward.
Well, all of the financial shit that we went through was because, and I'm not trying to knock any of the positive influence that any of our ancestors had, but they didn't own the culture. You said it. Remember that?
But Hammer got paid off the culture.
You spoke the truth.
Hammer got paid off. We ain't talking about how
They
he got
said originally
paid.
estimated over $33 million.
Who, Hammer?
Yeah, originally estimated over $33 million. That was his net worth originally, right? So I guess that was in his heyday. You see what I'm saying? But I guess it's all how you see it. I see it like him feeding all them people.
Right, it's a blessing.
Right, and that's why he's still good now.
Right, it's a blessing.
Because he gave. You know what I mean? And you can't go wrong like that.
What my whole point is, and what I was trying to say to get back to your point is, Hammer did what we call is give everybody a fish.
Yeah.
Instead of teaching them how to fish.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's where we divide ourselves in these black communities and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drug dealers. It's easy to give a motherfucker some loot. Easy. Motherfucker, well, yo, he my people's here. Yo, you need $100 here. Let me give it to you. But would he open a business to show him how he can make that $100? Fuck no.
Yeah, those days is gone. Now you have to.
No.
You have to educate a person on how to make money, not just give them money.
Yeah. And that's what separates us from all the other fucking cultures. These motherfuckers, like we talk about these Indians and Pakistanians and all, they come over here, set up a business and go take their money overseas. Mm-hmm. They know it because the people that did it before them showed them how to do it.
Absolutely.
Told them exactly where to go, held that hand, this is what you need to do, and go. Why do you think so many Chinese people got fucking liquor stores in the city and shit?
Every minority but niggas.
Right, they the last nigga you know own a fucking liquor store.
It's gone now.
Right.
God damn it.
And they all out there, but I bet you can count them on one fucking hand in Baltimore City. That's what I'm trying to say. Yo, we always giving motherfuckers fishes, but we never teach them how to fish. And I guess that was my whole thing with Hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hammer gave a lot of fishes out and shit.
Yeah.
But when he really should have been doing is teaching these motherfuckers how to fish.
I bet you he ain't had not one financial advisor.
Nah.
He was never taught about economics and finances because we don't get that way. They don't teach us that.
Remember Hammer bought his mansion and shit? His mansion was like $8 million or some shit like that. But then it cost like $1 million to keep the shit up for a year.
He ain't think about that.
He ain't think about it that way.
Yeah, a lot of new rappers don't think about that, the upkeep of things that you buy. You know what I mean? They think, before shit like that and before now, a motherfucker who came from nothing to something immediately be thinking that this shit ain't gonna never end. Because it's coming. Checks coming in 50, 40, 100,000. You getting 100,000 a show. You doing 3 shows a week. It's like this shit gonna never end.
Right.
And you hear, I'll get it back tomorrow. But now we know. Now, that's what I'm saying. At this point in 2021, we know what's up. Just like that. Right. We know it will end. You feel what I'm saying? We know certain things. You know what I mean? We know how we should act. We know right from wrong. There's a lot of things we'll say accountability. You feel what I'm saying? I bet you Hammer wouldn't do it now.
Oh, nah, shit.
That's what I'm saying. Nah. So he learned, like, that's where we are now. It's like, we all got to learn from the past. Enough shit done happened, even from, like, trapping. Like, if you see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you know what's happening. You know what's coming. Mm. The second you get that work, and you say to somebody else, yo, I got this, you can turn the hourglass over because you know they coming. You know something coming.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. At this point in 2021, we know everything in terms of right and wrongs, consequences of shit. Now we just have to be more real with ourselves and do the right thing. Now, I don't know, holy, you know what I'm saying? But just being real with yourself.
But
doing
that's
the right
holy.
thing.
That's holy.
Yeah, but I don't want to sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a preacher, but
we don't need a savior right. Our people don't need to be saved right now, yo.
We got the savior. The savior is the information. You know better, you do better.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We got it. We got those phones. It's nothing you can't know now.
Because let's put it. A savior is what? Somebody that's willing to show somebody else the light.
A minister of information. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Somebody show you. That's all Christ came to show us the power that we possess.
Right.
He showed you. That's why he kept saying to the disciples, yo, you can do the same thing I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when they couldn't cast out the demon from the key, like, ye of little faith, you know what I'm saying? He was mad with them. Because it's like, yo, you can do what I do, but if you don't believe it, it won't work. And it don't work because you don't believe it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why, like, for me now, like, doubt, people that doubt, it, like, make my skin crawl because it's like, you're an agent of the enemy. That's you know what I'm saying? When, you know what I mean? Even with yourself, you feel what I'm saying? Even with yourself, it's like, when you get them, when you hear that voice telling you, you can't do this because this and that, you gotta rebuke that. You gotta cast that out and tell yourself, no, it is gonna work in my favor. It is, you know what I mean? You got to, because that's the power we possess. It's life and death in the tongue. It's gonna be what you say it is. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta think it first. and you speak it. You know what I mean? Thoughts become words, and words become action.
You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean?
And on that note, I like the positive way we went out with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we might have to add that to the end of the shows, man. What you think?
Indeed. I want to find this song though. I want this song. The song with you and Greedy.
Yeah.
Salute the Greedy.
Yeah.
That shit.
Greedy. Big O.
Yeah.
That's bigotheking.com.
Indeed.
BigBodyInc.com. GrindstoneVision.com. Check us out. We here. You know, we got some good things. We continue to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Shout out to E-Man for, having me here, and my man
Indeed.
Mark. I appreciate y'all,
Indeed.
you know what I mean? For doing what you're doing, man.
Likewise.
All right.
All right, Mark, check him out, man. In the show.
We appreciate you being here. We appreciate being here together. We done. And if you got a smartphone, you shouldn't be a dumb nigga.